treating sigmas. Silence is sometimes viewed as a sign of weakness. But what if it's actually your secret weapon? You are quietly planning, watching, evaluating, and laying the groundwork for your next breakthrough while the rest of the world yells. Being introverted isn't a weakness. Rather, it's a special wiring that facilitates careful thought and accuracy. I'm going to share a revolutionary brain hack with you today that can increase your strategic advantage by as much as 50%. Science shows that Sigma males process the world in a distinctive way, with a naturally robust prefrontal cortex, the hub for deep thinking, problem solving, and decision-making. You excel where others may falter. While extroverts chase quick social thrills, your brain is primed with acetylcholine, fueling focus, learning, and reflective insight. This unique chemistry gives you a remarkable ability to read situations, anticipate outcomes, and make decisions with surgical precision. Yet, even the sharpest minds can fall into the trap of overthinking. Too often, opportunities slip by while you navigate the noise of the outside world. That stops today. History's greatest thinkers weren't the loudest in the room, they were the most calculated. They observed, processed, and then acted with unparalleled accuracy. That's where cognitive edge conditioning comes into play, a transformative mental training technique designed to unlock the full potential of your brain. This isn't about changing who you are. It's about harnessing your innate power. Turn your quiet strength into a superpower. Think faster, adapt quicker, and see what others miss. Get ready to unleash the unstoppable force within. Let's dive in. Part 1. The Sigma Code of Mental Dominance. Let's clear something up. Sigma males aren't some genetic anomalies with superhuman minds. What sets them apart isn't magic. It's mental discipline, strategic thinking, and one powerful cognitive tool, metacognition. Metacognition simply means thinking about your thinking. It's the ability to step outside your thoughts, observe them, and ask, why am I thinking this? Is this helpful? What's the bigger picture here? While most people react impulsively, Sigmas hit pause, assess the mental landscape, and respond with precision. This matters because we live in a world that often confuses noise for power. Society rewards fast talkers in quick, but Sigmas flip the script. They use silence as a weapon, observation as armor, and calculation as strategy. Psychologists have found that individuals who actively practice metacognition have better problem-solving skills, stronger emotional regulation, and higher adaptability. That's why Sigmas thrive in solitude. They're not escaping the world. They're mastering their inner world. When you begin to see your thoughts not as commands but as information, you stop being a puppet of emotion and start becoming the master of your mind. Sigma, your power doesn't come from reaction. It comes from reflection. That's the difference. Part 2. Neuroplasticity. The Sigma's secret weapon. Your brain isn't set in stone. It's adaptable, constantly evolving. This phenomenon is called neuroplasticity. The brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections throughout life. Sigma males take full advantage of this. They don't let society, trends, or distractions shape their minds. They reprogram themselves intentionally and strategically. Here's how they do it. They read books not just for entertainment, but to expand their knowledge, sharpen critical thinking, and adopt new perspectives. They fast not just to drop a few pounds, but to enhance mental clarity and discipline. Fasting has been shown to boost brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. They detach not to disappear, but to rise above noise, drama, and superficial distractions. While most guys are zoning out in front of the latest fantasy series, the Sigma is quietly becoming the dragon, powerful, sharp, and focused. Here's a Sigma hack. Start meditating just 10 minutes a day, not because it's trending, but because neuroscience confirms it increases gray matter in the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making, focus, and self-control. In simple terms, you're not just calming down, you're upgrading your mental hardware. Part 3. The power of pause. Sigma males have mastered what's known as the strategic pause, an intentional moment of silence that speaks louder than words, while others rush to fill awkward gaps in conversation or respond emotionally. The Sigma pauses, before he speaks. He considers his words. Before he reacts, he breathes. Before he decides. This calculated stillness gives off an air of mystery and control. Psychologists call this behavior response latency, and research shows that people who pause before speaking are often viewed as more intelligent, thoughtful, and trustworthy. It's not that Sigmas are trying to appear wise, they are wise because they give themselves time to process. In group settings, this habit sets them apart. A well-timed pause draws attention. It creates tension. It makes people lean in, wondering what will be said next. And in a world of noise and overreaction, a man who can stay calm and deliberate commands respect. Silence, when used purposefully, is not weakness, it's strategy. Sigmas use it to take control of conversations, disarm opponents, and lead without raising their voice. The pause isn't a hesitation, it's a power move. Part 4. The cognitive shadow work. Sigma males understand something that most people spend their entire lives avoiding: their own darkness. Instead of running from their insecurities, thoughts, regrets, and emotional pain, they dive deep into them. This process is known as shadow work, a concept introduced by psychiatrist Carl Jung. It involves facing the parts of yourself you usually hide: your anger and guilt, jealousy and fear, and integrating them into your conscious self. Why is this so powerful? Because hidden in your shadow are traits you need to become whole: resilience, self-awareness, emotional strength, and authenticity. While most men numb themselves with distractions, Sigmas confront their inner chaos head-on. They know that real transformation doesn't happen under bright lights. It happens in the dark, where you wrestle with the truth about who you are. That's why Sigma growth is so unique. It's not about surface-level confidence or gym selfies. It's mental and emotional fortitude earned through silence, solitude, and radical self-honesty. Try this. Tonight, journal one uncomfortable truth you've been avoiding. Sit in that discomfort. No excuses. Just you and your mind. That's shadow work. And that's how Sigmas turn darkness into strength, by facing what others fear. Part 5. Information selectivity. Sigmas understand the importance of a mental diet, just as a warrior is mindful of the food they consume to maintain peak performance. A Sigma is selective about the information they allow into their mind. In today's world, we're bombarded with constant news headlines, social media updates, and endless opinions. But Sigmas know that not all knowledge is valuable. Some of it is just noise. Psychologically, this concept is known as information overload. Studies show that constantly consuming information without purpose can lead to mental fatigue and reduced decision-making ability. Sigmas avoid this by curating what they consume. They choose timeless wisdom over fleeting trends, original thought over recycled opinions, and quiet research over fruitless debates. This creates mental clarity and a sharper focus on their goals. In a noisy world, clarity is a soup. Sigmas don't fill their minds with distractions. They feed their brains with knowledge that serves their growth, whether that's through books, thoughtful conversations, or introspective moments. They understand that you are what you consume. So, like a warrior preparing for battle, they carefully choose what enters their mind, shaping it for success, rather than wandering aimlessly through irrelevant noise. Part 6. The emotional firewall. Here's a secret most people never figure out. Emotional detachment is not coldness, it's clarity. Sigma males understand that emotions, while powerful, can cloud judgment. Rather than suppressing their feelings, they build emotional firewalls to filter them. This allows them to remain in control, no matter the situation. How does a Sigma maintain this emotional composure? When insulted, they don't react impulsively. Instead, they pause, assess the situation, and decide the best course of action. When manipulated, they don't engage in emotional drama, they disengage entirely, removing themselves from the manipulation. And when loved, they stay grounded, accepting affection without becoming overly reliant on it. This concept is rooted in the ancient wisdom of Buddha. He who angers you controls you. A Sigma knows that emotional reactions can be a form of surrender. By not letting temporary emotions dictate their behavior, they make decisions based on reason, not impulse. In a world full of emotional chaos, the Sigma's calm becomes a powerful tool. It's a dangerous calm, one that others can't easily shake, while others may be swept up in their feelings. The Sigma remains unfazed, seeing through the noise to make clear. Strategic choices. Part 7. The observer mode. Sigmas are naturally observant. They don't just exist in the moment they watch, analyze, and learn. They study people's behavior, track patterns, and identify inconsistencies in ways that others often miss. This ability to observe allows them to detect a fake smile, a hidden agenda, or even an opportunity that others. While many people spend their time scrolling TikTok, a Sigma is scrolling human behavior, looking for social cues, reading between the lines and understanding unspoken dynamics. This heightened awareness is more than just passive ops. It's a tactical advantage. In your next conversation, try saying less and observing more. Pay attention to body language, tone of voice, and subtle reactions. These cues often reveal far more than words alone. By remaining attuned to these signals, you can navigate situations more effectively, outmaneuver others, and make decisions with greater confidence. It's not just social awareness. It's an edge in understanding people. Part 8. Sigma males don't care about chasing status or external approval. Instead, they focus on alignment with their core values. This means they prioritize decisions that serve their mission, develop their potential, and align with their purpose. The key questions they ask are simple yet profound. Does this serve my values? Does this support my mission? Does this help me grow? Or does it drain me? If the answer is no, they don't hesitate. They cut it out of their lives, no guilt or no delay. This radical focus on personal growth and evolution is what sets them apart from the crowd. While others chase validation through social media likes, career titles, or superficial accomplishments, a Sigma knows that true success lies in continuous self-improvement. You don't need thousands of followers or endless praise. You need one powerful, authentic life that aligns with who you truly are, and that's the ultimate form of success. Part 9. Time as a tool. Sigma males approach time like a resource to be maximized, not wasted. They understand that time is one of the few things you can't get back, so they treat it as a weapon in their arsenal, rather than letting distractions control them. They create systems to protect their focus and structure their day with military precision. One of the most effective techniques Sigma males use is the 90-30 rule. 90 minutes of deep, uninterrupted focus followed by a 30-minute break. This method helps them maintain peak productivity without burning out. Research shows that the brain operates best in short, intense bursts of focus, and this cycle allows for sustained energy and efficiency. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. While the average person hits snooze 5 times and wastes time scrolling on their phone, a Sigma is already planning his future. They prioritize their mornings, using them to set the tone for the day, whether that's through strategic goal setting, exercise, or personal development. This discipline doesn't just lead to productivity. It creates a roadmap to success. By focusing on time as a tool, Sigma males turn every moment into an opportunity to move closer to their goals. Part 10. Influence without noise. Sigmas influence through presence, not force. While some men feel the need to dominate by raising their voices, over-explaining, or constantly seeking attention, a Sigma knows that true influence comes from raising the value of who you are and what you bring to the table. Psychologically, this taps into several powerful persuasion triggers. The first is scarcity. Human beings are wired to desire what is scarce. A Sigma isn't constantly available or seeking approval, and this makes his time and attention highly valuable. When something or someone is rare, we naturally assign it higher value. Sigmas understand this instinctively, which is why they don't overextend themselves. Their absence creates longing. Next comes mystery. The human brain is naturally drawn to the unknown. People are intrigued by those who reveal little about themselves, leaving a trail of curiosity. A Sigma doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve. Instead, he keeps his cards close to the chest, letting others wonder about his thoughts, motivations, and next moves. This mystery becomes an attraction point, drawing others in, whether for a romantic relationship or a business alliance. Finally, a Sigma understands the principle of authority. Authority isn't about loudness, it's about timing. A Sigma speaks when it matters and when he does, people listen. This controlled approach gives him a sense of power and respect that those who talk constantly lack. By being grounded, strategic, and self-contained, a Sigma's presence speaks volumes without uttering a word. His influence is quiet yet powerful, leaving a lasting impact without the need for dominance. Sigmas, the brain hack that makes you 50% smarter and far more dangerous, isn't magic. It's mindset. It's metacognition. It's the deliberate training of your mind to rule itself. You're not here to be liked. You're here to lead yourself. Every pause you take, every book you open, every emotion you master, every thought you observe, it all adds up to one thing: a mind so disciplined, so clear, and so calculated that it becomes a weapon. Now ask yourself, are you using yours? If this video activated your inner Sigma, don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe and join the Sigma Brotherhood. This is a community where we master ourselves and live with impact. Having said this,